Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we're playing some Mono Black Wrath. The whole idea of this deck is based around Villainous Wrath. It's a 5 casting cost spell, sorcery. Target opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures they control, then destroy all creatures. Very powerful to have a Wrath in black to start with, but then to have that other ability there. So you can think of all the decks that have go wide strategies out there, whether it's rabbits, even life gain decks, all of those. Even mono red can have quite a bit of creatures. The green decks go wide. A lot of different ones. Even the fun Orzhov sacrifice deck as well. Villainous Wrath takes care of all those creatures as well as dealing damage at the same time. So very powerful spell in that situation. But how we're building around that is we're not too worried about our creatures dying because we have a couple different ways we can get them back. We actually have Virtue of Persistence. I played with this before, but it's a very handy spell. We have a lot of mana ramp in here because we want to get to that Wrath really quickly. But we're able to cast a Persistence to get creatures back, as well as we have a couple of these Terminus of Return. You can utilize that second ability of exiling a creature, and then you, at the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That means you can be constantly returning Solemns and getting land each turn if you want to do it that way. And then when this creature dies, you can draw another card, which is awesome. Acolytes are awesome to come back as well. Lifelink Body, and then it has those great abilities in there. As well as even the Pompous Pillager. You might think it's not a great card because it can't really use its second ability when it comes back into play, but a 2/1 lifelinker coming back every turn is still pretty powerful. We obviously, for card draw, we do have the Unholy Annex in here. There is not a whole lot of demons in here, so you're either going to need to make it with Ritual Chamber or with the Sanctuary. We are also running Duresses. For the removal, we got Bitter Triumphs, we got Shoot the Sheriffs, some more card draw with Maze Mine Tomb, and then we also are running 2 of Liliana in this deck. Liliana is very powerful, especially when you don't care about your creatures dying. You can cast the Liliana and then follow it up with a Villainous Wrath, destroying the board. Even if you have, you created a blocker or whatever with a zombie creature, you're okay with sacrificing it to the Villainous Wrath, basically, because you're drawing cards based on that, which is awesome. And then when these creatures that you destroy of your own with Villainous Wrath, you can just get them back with something like Persistence. Very powerful. It also has that -4 ability, sacrifice creatures, sacrifice 2 creatures of their choice, so you don't mind sacrificing your creatures too much, especially when you're sacrificing something like a Solemn, because you get to draw a card each time. So there's a lot of different synergies that are going on with this deck. Really kind of neat. We do have 2 of the Cavernous Souls here. Obviously, you can use those to cast either your vampire creatures or do a human cleric, all depending on what you need to do if you're playing against blue. It's just thrown in there to help with the blue matchup, but really nothing too much beyond that to think about for that. I gotta ask, please hit that subscribe button below. I really appreciate it. It's helping me grow the channel as much as possible. I really appreciate everybody watching everything. And let's get into that gameplay. All right, we go first in this one. I'm gonna keep it. It'll be interesting to see what we face against. See how aggro they are. Okay, they're black. They got a lot of removal. Let's see if they hand destruction or removal. Alright, not much we can do. We're going to drop that Unholy next turn, hopefully. Start getting some card draw. Alright, what card do we want to get rid of? Just gonna do Cavern because hopefully we'll draw into land. Even though this is a land heavy wanting deck, with the additional draw. Okay, yeah, we got land, so that was a good drop. Okay, draw a card. Draw 3 cards. I think we'll let him have that. We can turn on our Sanctuary too if we want to. You know what? Actually, let's do that right away. They got some removal. They got removal. That's okay. Real question is, what are they discarding? You know, now that I noticed they have blue, I probably should have kept that Caverns. That could have been handy for casting. Vampire. Well, now I feel bad about turning that on if I'm going to do a Villainous. Maybe I'll just do this instead. Should have attacked in first, so that was a misplay on my part. Okay, well, we'll drop a land here because we got quite a bit going on. We'll be able to do our Pillager next turn. We'll do it for 5. Hold on, let's attack in first. We do it for 5. Go down to 8. Take 2 more. Okay. I think I get rid of the Pillager here or do something. We're in trouble. Okay. I'll actually take 2 more here. I don't want to cast that. Shoot the Sheriff up. Villainous Wrath aren't too good here. I cast a creature. Be good. What an interesting deck. Be nice to turn on the Terminus, but not worth sacrificing the Sanctuary for that. Alright. Villainous Wrath might just win us the game. We'll see. What do we want to discard? We'll discard that. Good game. Villainous Wrath for the win. Alright, what do we got here? We got quite a bit of removal, and we even got some ramp. Let's keep that. I like that as a starting hand. Especially the Virtue of the Persistence. Allows us to still cast it later, so that's nice. Go first, so that's a good thing too. Let's see what we got here. Are they gonna be an aggro deck? They got the Chandra. It usually means they're aggro. Kind of a nice backdrop. Alright. Looks like it's a Kona deck. Interesting. So we need to make sure when they can drop a Kona that we have removal at instant speed ready for them. Get our Terminus up. Hopefully we draw land. We can get Solemn down. Interesting. They only have 3 next turn, so if we can get the Solemn down, we can do some ramping here. Take action. They'll probably do Esper. Nope. They're gonna ramp some more. Alright. Unfortunately, we didn't draw land, so we can't really do anything. We need to keep removal open. That's why I had to keep removal open. Alright, that's good. We still have removal. Got card draw, which was nice. Okay. Just kill a creature right now. Close to actually turning this on, not that it matters. I think the appropriate play is turn that into a creature. Attack out. We'll draw a card. We didn't cast anything, not that we're going to. Well, let's see if we can do it. We'll pay 3 life this time. All right. We do have 7 just for this. But I really want to just do the 3/3. Suppose we actually... Yeah, that's sorcery. So we don't have any removal, unfortunately. This is sorcery, so we screwed this up already, too. I think we're just going to turn this on. We can get our Acolyte back next turn. Oh boy, here we go. Actually, not all that worried. We got the Villainous Wrath here. This Villainous Wrath is just a ridiculously good card in the current metagame. And the best part is, now that we got the Pillager, we can Pillager for 6. Good game. All right. Opponent goes first. We do have 3 land. We got a Pillager. A little bit of removal, card draw. We'll keep it. All right. They're probably playing some removal. We can get rid of that with the Virtue. Let's see here. All right. We take 2. They take 2. No reason not to do it now. Before they can pump it larger. Interesting. Not sure why he did that. Right. I don't think we really want them to go down in life. Because they get to flip it. Not sure if it matters so much. Let's just get this out to help us ramp. We'll be able to draw a card if he attacks into it. Okay. Use your removal on that. I'm okay with that. Okay. We're actually not in too bad a shape here, depending on what he has in his hand. Okay, not too worried about that. Just not a good pick here, because we can just shoot the Sheriff the Bat and then shoot the Sheriff the Cecil. Oh, that would have been nice to have last turn. I think we just unlock this. Start gaining a little life here. And then, ooh, Liliana's pretty nice too. Alright, good game. Alright, let's take a look at this. So opponent goes first. We do have some fun first turn plays, so let's keep it. It's always nice to disrupt the opponent's plans at the beginning of their game. Alright, let's duress them. Hopefully there's multiple duress targets here. Oh, that's an interesting one. Yeah, we're going to get rid of the Esper. They'll be able to pull it back, but it delays it until turn 4. They're going to go with the cash grab. Oh, interesting. They're probably keeping it up as an instant. We'll see if they cast it here. We know we have another target, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, figured they'd do that. Stasis Snare. Alright. Good target for our Shoot the Sheriff. Very mana efficient this turn, so that's good. They'll be able to cast their Esper Origins here. We'll be able to kill it. But I'm actually going to keep the Acolyte out here next turn. Oh. Okay, that might change my plans a little bit here. Because he could be cast, he might be returning this to his hand, and we can kill it in response. So we'll just let that happen. Yep. Okay, they're ramping like crazy, but... Yep. Yeah, come to think, we should have probably taken care of it last turn, because now this is kind of painful. I just want him to cast this stuff, so I'm going to do this so he drops the Kieran. He's thinking about it. Yep, there it goes. Interesting. At least he went for the other one. We'll be able to get up to Liliana, hopefully next turn. We got the Acolyte down. Probably shouldn't have dropped the Acolyte. I should have done the Unholy Annex. That would have guaranteed us to get the land to get to. Or not guaranteed us, but good shot at getting the land. Plus, now we're gonna lose the Acolyte, unfortunately. Yeah, he can double cast that. We'll only lose it if we use the if we do the -4. Oh, perfect. Well, now it looks like a big brain move here. Look at that. Just as we wrote it up. Kind of. Let's create a creature.
No way but my way.
Let's cast an Unholy Annex. Cast a Tomb. We'll even scry. Don't want that. No attacks. That's a pretty good draw. They got a lot of life here. Ooh. All right, we want a sweeper now. Well, I think we're gonna double block.
Necromancy is a lot like plucking turnips.
Oh, they got removal. All right. Guess that for 5. That to the bottom. Man, we're just seeing a lot of land. They can get enchantments, so they can sit and cast all their Stassi snares and Fenrir's and everything they want. Yeah, we need our sweeper. Or any of our removal, really. We don't have anything in our graveyard to turn on for that. See if we can find some removal here. That's not going to do it. Well, we'll unlock this to see if they waste the ability again for like a shelter, maybe? I mean, it's not wasting because they can just put it on there and attack, but we'll see. We didn't lose as much life by doing it that way. We'll be able to turn on Sanctuary next turn. We just drew way too much land here. Yep. And we will pay that. We definitely played that wrong, but that's okay. Look at this land. All right, what do they got going on here? Take action, try to get rid of this land as much as possible. 4, 5, we will draw. Villainous Wrath, that's a nice prevention for her. Okay. Ooh, another Terminus. I will turn on the Terminus to get rid of the Solemn here. That's kind of the best creature that you want to do it for because you draw a card based on that. Well, that's pretty good too. I still want to do this to get the Solemn. We'll get some additional card draw off of that. We should have attacked first. Totally screwed that up, but that's okay. All right. Duress is actually kind of a nice card to get. What's he gonna go after here? Sanctuary? Oh, it's non-land. That's considered land. Yep. Alright, that's fine. Would have been nice to duress that, but he would have... I think he just drew that. My turn. Well, that's nice. Drop that. We will duress here. Just land. Oh, he does have a creature. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that didn't go to our graveyard, unfortunately, because we exiled them. That would have been the perfect one, though. All right, we'll do this. And 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Oh, I should have kept the other one. Or is it just with the counters? X damage. Yeah, never mind. It wouldn't have mattered. Let's get rid of our pillager on his turn. Oh, it's a flash, so we can do it at the end of our turn. That's fine. We'll be getting our pillager back here at the beginning of our turn. Won't have any counters on it, but it's okay. We are sitting on a lot of cards here. Vampire. Fire this up. And we'll attack in. Good game. All right, we go first. We have 3 land Terminus. We'll get a Solemn on turn 3, or we can do it with a Unholy. But I kind of like to do the Solemn. Get as much land out as fast as possible. We'll be able to do our card draw if he destroys it. Kind of a turn ahead of the curve for that. Take action. Ooh. He took more damage than we did on that one. Well, in that case, I really want to start attacking fast with this. Let's get a big creature out here. He's going to have to use some removal to get rid of that. But I'm okay with that. We have some big casting cost creatures, so this might hurt him more than it hurts us. This is a fun one. I've been trying to build around this. At least thinking about building around. I haven't really went too crazy. Okay, that one hurt us. Okay, we got a couple duresses here. Unlock that. We'll get this. We'll get another land. Take action. Only get in with this. We could Villainous Wrath next turn. Because their creature can't really do much with that. Okay, they draw 3 cards. So they're gonna Zombify next turn. I should have took the Zombify out of their hand. I don't know what I was thinking. But we can still Villainous Wrath. And draw a bunch of cards, as well as... let's see what we want to do here. Maybe we take a peek at their... Oh, we win at the end of this turn. Unless they can destroy our stuff here. Yeah, we don't want to attack. That's the only way they could have done it. That's sorcery, so it didn't really matter. They're at 2 life. They're going to die. Unless I'm missing something here. No attacks and turn. Good game. All right. Mono Black Wrath. This is a pretty powerful deck. I love having that Villainous Wrath. That is such a great card, especially when you can ramp into it. You basically can dictate how the game goes from the beginning, which is great. I mean, the idea that you can get your Solemn down and then Wrath after that, you can draw a card based on that. Fantastic. This deck is very fun to play. It's always fun wrathing the board. Liliana is always just a fun one to play as well. So highly recommend playing a deck like this. I think it's a great variation that kind of gets away from the different mono black decks that you've been seeing. Obviously, you got a lot of the same removal package as well as some of the same card draw. But you don't typically see the Solemns and even a 4 of Wraths in a lot of, or even Liliana. Kind of surprising having a mono black meta out there without seeing many Liliana. So it's nice to have her jump around here a little bit. Pompous Pillagers, just fantastic. This thing needs to be in more decks. But yeah, all in all, great games. Like I said earlier, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me grow the channel, so I really appreciate it. Otherwise, have a fantastic day.